Thank you for attending today's press conference as we hope to provide updates in regards to the recent developments in regards to the investigation here in the town of Willimantic. This morning, shortly before noon, several Willimantic police officers were dispatched to a residence on Gem Drive after receiving reports of an active assault which was occurring in the area. Upon the arrival of responding units, officers located a deceased female within a residence. During the course of the investigation, officers developed information which led them to believe that the suspect of this homicide was still inside of the residence. A perimeter was established, and members of the Willimantic Police Department Special Operation Group were deployed to the scene in order to assist with this investigation. Several attempts were made to establish communication with this suspect. However, all attempts yielded negative results. At approximately 2 p.m., members of the Special Operations Group here in the town of Willimantic deployed a robot into the area believed to be occupied by this suspect, at which point they determined that the suspect was deceased. At the request of the Windham State's Attorney, Ann Mahoney, our State Police Eastern District Major Crime Squad detectives were responded to the scene in order to assume this investigation. Despite the death of the suspect in this incident, I'd like to remind everyone that this is still a very active and ongoing investigation, so therefore we are very limited in terms of what we can and cannot answer. I'd like to take this opportunity to ensure our community that this was an isolated incident. There is no threat to the public, and we'll try to do our best to provide any information to our public in the near future. Lieutenant Solak.
Good evening. My name is Lieutenant Matthew Solak. I'm with the Willimantic Police Department. Thank you, Trooper Drillis, for providing that informational update. And to expand on the trooper's comments, I can, in fact, say that this appears to be an isolated incident at this time, and there's no further danger to the immediate public. As the trooper said, this remains an ongoing, fluid investigation, and we expect the area of Gem Drive and Roanoke Avenue to be impacted for the next several hours, probably into the late evening at the earliest. So we'd remind all of our residents in that area to please remain inside their homes and be aware for traffic and police disruptions within that area for the next several hours. At this time, we can open the interview up to any questions that you might have or any areas that you'd like to expand us on further.
Is there any ages of the victim or suspect?
No, ma'am, not this time.
Not releasing names at this time?
No, sir.
Have you been called to that house before?
No, we have not. For an incident of this type, no.
Can you comment on the lockdown that was placed on nearby schools earlier today?
Yes, that was done as a preventative precautionary measure because school is back in session now after the summer recess. And we wanted to make sure that the students in both the Sweeney Elementary School and the nearby Windham Middle School were alerted to the situation so they could make sure that they stayed safe.
Are you able to say if both of these are adults?
No, sir. I can't comment on that.
Can you talk about their relation? Did they know each other?
No, sir. I can't comment on that.
Now, just to clarify, this happened inside that home that you mentioned?
Yes, ma'am. It was within a residence.
And the robot went inside that home as well. I just want to make sure I have that detail.
Yes, yeah. The Willimantic Special Operations Group was activated to respond to this incident, and out of an abundance of caution, believing that the suspect may still be within the residence and possibly armed, we sent an electronic robot into the residence that was able to conduct video surveillance for us and assist us in locating the suspect.
Were any weapons found in the apartment?
Not at this time.
What led, was it a distress call that came in? I just want to make sure what led you guys to kind of this situation to discover this.
It was an initial 911 caller.
Okay.
Within the house or out neighbors call?
I can't comment on that at this time.
Was the woman's body also found inside that same home?
Yes, ma'am.
In terms of the suspect, is your belief that he took his own life?
That's still being investigated.
We'll take 2 more questions. All set?
Not to see it, say it.
All right.
How long do you anticipate being on scene tonight?
For the next several hours at least.
Yeah.
Why was the decision made originally to send in that robot? Can you kind of talk about that process?
Yes, sir. Yeah, like I said, the Special Operations Group is a specially trained and equipped division within the Willimantic Police Department, and they made the determination that it was the safest for the officers on scene as well as individuals within the immediate area to send in the electronic robot so that no officers immediately put themselves into jeopardy right away.
Thank you all.